You are going to make a lot of money in the next few weeks. But if you're making these mistakes with your portfolio, you'll be making a lot less money than other people. And if you don't know how to exit this cycle, which you might have to do in just a few weeks, then you will lose almost everything that you make. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss the key mistakes I believe people are making with their portfolios right now, and also tell you how I'm personally planning on taking profits on my altcoins. Before we start, please remember that nothing in this video is financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. So the number one key mistake I see people making right now is this. I made a video a couple of days ago telling people get out of these altcoins because they're just not that good anymore. And something I saw people were saying was, I only want a 5x from these coins and I don't want to buy risky meme coins. First of all, why would you limit yourself mentally as to how much money you can make this cycle? You have no idea how much money you can potentially make. What if you stumble upon something and it gives you 100x? What if one of your biggest holdings pops off and gives you a 5x early in the cycle and you rotate that into another 7x this cycle? Crypto is the land of opportunity, and I've done this myself with my own portfolio, got a 4x in degen, and now buying a new 10x pick. You'll also get more chances like this in the cycle because this cycle, narratives and coins, they seem to run harder more individually. And speaking of alt season, it's so easy to make so much money in such a little amount of time because of how much dumb money there is in the markets. It's all on paper and no one takes profit because they're too greedy and they have FOMO. But back to the topic at hand, the coins I mentioned in this video are just as risky as meme coins, if not more risky. If I use Aerodrome as an example, if you know how the tokenomics of this project work, you'll know that when the price goes down, the inflation starts to really kick in and it causes a spiral downwards. If you take a look at ICP just this year alone, it went down minus 75%, whereas Pepe, a meme coin, went down only 67%. So this idea that fundamental utility projects are any less risky than meme coins is inherently flawed. And that's the biggest mistake people are making in crypto right now. In the bear market, all of this stuff is going to go down minus 90% anyway. Nia, which raised $500 million, went down minus 95% in the last bear market. So we might as well be positioned in the things that pump the most. My bonk position, which I accumulated and gave alerts for at 1900 to 2200s, is into the six figures now. And honestly, it doesn't feel any more risky than holding anything like Nia, Chainlink, Injective. So I really do believe in what I'm saying over here. I did some research and checked out every crypto YouTuber's portfolio, and they all seem to hold around 10% or less in meme coins. And that's why I think there's a big gap in the market. During alt season, all people care about is making money. They don't care about fundamentals. I'm sure you'd agree with that. So why not positioning the things that represent the purest form of making money in crypto, which is meme coins? Personally, my total meme coin allocation is around 22-23% right now. I'm accumulating one more meme at the moment. And when I say meme coins, I'm not saying low cap Solana shitcoins. I'm saying big established memes with strong exchange listings. Things like Bonk, where you know they won't just die off and go to zero in a few weeks. Now, something I see a lot of is people want the meme coin era to end. But that's exactly why I think it'll just keep on going until people realize, okay, these actually weren't taking more seriously. That's when the meme coin cycle will end, when these sorts of people will capitulate. It will end when people start to view meme coins as a better sector than all of these other ones, and they ditch those for meme coins. By the way, I've been saying this all year. In fact, I said this before the March alt season where memes went really crazy. So it's nothing new that I'm saying. But the main focus of this part of the video is take meme coins more seriously before the rest of the market does. This isn't financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm doing and giving my view on the altcoin market. And there's also something to say about not doing what these big YouTube channels are doing and what their followers are doing. Nobody on YouTube called Bonk down over here before me, but now people want to talk about it. Nobody talked about degen, and now I'm seeing it in people's thumbnails. You can't be late to this sort of stuff, so make sure you don't miss the next big pick I share on this channel by subscribing now with notifications on. Now, in my last video, I forgot to discuss one really important thing that we see happening in the altcoin market, and that's called stall risk. That means when Bitcoin and the entire altcoin market is going up, a certain coin that isn't moving is stalling. This is something I pointed out in January or February when Bitcoin was at 40k, and I told people, look, these altcoins, they have emissions, bag holders. Bitcoin can go to 60k and they'll be lower in price, and that's exactly what happened. I believe that is going to repeat again. You simply can't fight bad tokenomics, bag holders, and dead narratives for that long. It's like trying to swim against the current. Why make things harder for yourself? The key narratives I would focus on are meme coins. Remember, don't think of them as riskier. They're equal in risk to every other altcoin sector, if not less risky. Base chain, which I'll make a tier list video for tomorrow. Gaming, I believe, will have a comeback, and I'm going to try and call a lookout for you. RWA should also have a revival. If you need help knowing if your portfolio needs fixing, you can join Premium and ask in the portfolio tuning channel, and the team and I will give a detailed reply. We won't miss your message. And if you want to know if the service is worth it, people are joining in the last couple of days, swapping their old bags into my picks, and as you can see, they're happy with my research. But moving on to the most important part of the video, which is the twin alt season that we might be getting, you really need to pay attention to this part of the video and share it with a friend, because there's no point in you making an insane amount of money in the next few weeks if you don't take any profit and then you round trip back to where your portfolio is now. So the twin alt season theory is really just this. In the next few weeks, if the market starts to really accelerate and this chart, which is the others dominance, if this starts to pump like crazy into Donald Trump's inauguration, it would be very wise, in my opinion, to be wary of the market is selling off for months and we get a second alt season in late 2025. So the period after January would be like summer of 2024, where everything just kind of dies off and keeps bleeding. The problem is, we don't know if we get the same as last cycle, where after January, we just keep on going like this and then dump in like May of 2025. Or if Trump getting into office accelerates the timeline, it becomes a sell the news event and becomes priced in, and then we dump really hard really early in the cycle, and then we get another alt season later on in the year. In my opinion, right now, there is a lot of noise in the markets. People are asking me, are these top signals that dinos like XRP are pumping? Or is it a top signal that Phantom and Coinbase are climbing the ranks? Previously, these things would have scared me, but the truth is, I think this chart is the one that matters the most. Once you see this chart mooning, that's when you know, okay, it's time to be getting out and taking some profits. Altcoins represent euphoria and greed in the markets. Once they start gaining real market share, because remember, this is the dominance that they have in the market, that's when you know euphoria and greed is over here and prices are no longer sustainable. But to be honest with you, it's going to be almost impossible to take profits as we pump into January and Trump's inauguration. And the reason for that is because everything is going to be pumping and we're all going to feel so confident. And we might even forget what I'm saying in this video right now. Like, you're probably going to be waking up to making thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars every day. Would you want to sell when every day that keeps happening to you? Probably not. That's why we need a strategy that will protect us if the market does reverse like this. And I'm going to give it to you now. Remember, no one will know if we keep going after Trump gets elected or if we dump after January. These are just theories and models for us to adapt and play the market. As the time gets closer, it'll be more clear what we need to do. But for now, this is one strategy that will save us a lot of money, and it's as simple as this. If you made a lot of money in the market, once your altcoin starts closing anytime under the daily trend, which is the 25 EMA, you just shave off 30 or 50%. It just depends on you. Typically, what I found is the moment altcoins and even big indexes, once they start losing this daily trend, which means they go under this green line, that's when you know the rally is likely finished and downside is to come. If we take a look at March, we lost the daily trend once after not doing so for 45 days. It was the first warning shot that we got from the market, but then 2 weeks later, we lost it again, and that was the second warning shot. And then we failed to make a higher high, and then the market rugged. Currently at the moment, we're so bullish that we haven't even retested the daily trend. But mark my words, if I see double trend loss and we're at this sort of resistance zone in January, I'm 100% taking a lot of my profits into either Bitcoin or stable coins. This is one of the best ways to take profit in crypto because no one really knows when the market is going to top, but you can have a really good idea when the market is becoming tired and losing steam. The only downside to this is, let's say this is where we are now and your portfolio is 12K, you'll have maybe 75K in January, but by the time this signal even comes, your portfolio will be down to like 60K. You've got to be willing to sell 20% below your portfolio all-time high, and a lot of people, they can't do it. They just think over here, please just get me back to 75K, I swear I'll take profit, and then it never comes, and then they're stuck holding for a really long time. So just make sure you do these 3 things. Keep an eye on the others dominance first and foremost. Once you see this mooning, that's a warning sign. Second, track your altcoins and this altcoin index. As soon as we lose this daily trend, that means close below it even just once. That's a warning sign for us. If we lose it twice in a short period of time, we got to take profit. And third, this is really important, don't keep checking your portfolio because you'll get attached to those numbers and you won't be able to sell. Finally, the last thing I want to discuss with you is what the market is doing to you right now as we speak. And it's doing it to me as well. I'm not immune to it, but I do have to warn you. Right now, the market is speeding you up and warping your sense of time. And the way it's doing that is by constantly getting you to check the prices. Be honest, how many times did you check the price today alone? You're watching 15-minute candles and making decisions that should last for weeks based on that. It doesn't make any sense. And you're also giving the market power over your emotions. I swear this market will always make you feel like you need to be doing something. It'll make you feel like you always need to be in a trade. You need to catch the next Solana shitcoin that runs. Today we saw Ethereum pumping just a little bit, and it was like giving altcoins crack and letting them go crazy. The FOMO and the gains across the board will only intensify as Ethereum climbs and breaks past its all-time high. But I guarantee you, if you can be the person who keeps a cool head over the next few weeks, you're going to make more money than everyone else. It's people's emotions that get themselves wrecked. Imagine you're the person who's able to sell in January when the sell signals come and we're at resistance, and you get to rebuy everyone's blood in May, and then you sell for another 7 to 8x on your entire portfolio during September, October of 2025. You're going to make so much money. And the only thing that will stop you from doing that is your own discipline and not letting your emotions be distracted by the price action. I'm not saying it's going to play out exactly like this, but it's one scenario to contend with. And if the opportunity does come and you nail it, you already know how much money you're going to make. In the meanwhile, make sure you check out Premium and get your portfolio looked at. You also get access to new picks I'm currently accumulating. I'll leave the link to it in the pinned comments. If you want to see if the service is good, go through the vouch channel in the Discord and see what real people have to say. If you want to pay by crypto, you can go to the crypto payment channel and open a ticket over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the base chain tier list.